Mm. Where is it? Cool, I pop in now. I'm having technical difficulties. Because for some reason I can't see the stream. Even though it says it's live, but for a reason I can't see anything. There it is, finally. Thank you. Dearie me. Alright, I heavily apologize for starting late. That is completely on me, but anyway. Hello everyone, and welcome to round 9 of the F5 Championship here on PSGL. My name is K1997. I will be your commentary lead commentary for this event. As you can see, we are at Circuit Zandvoort. I'll of course go over the details of the track and everything involving the championship a little bit later on, but right now we're in the later part into qualifying. As you can see, currently the top time is set by current championship leader Oscar with a 1:07.9. So yeah, he's looking quite rapid and already into the 1:79s. That is very insanely fast. Meanwhile, those teammates are about to get ready for a flyer, and we'll you know what, since I have him with me as someone I have him currently on, I will use him then as a lap guide then around Circuit Zandvoort, since we're in this dying stages of qualifying. So we'll give you the guided tour around this 2.6 mile racetrack and show you the lap as he goes around the final 2 turns of the racetrack and opens the DRS. Of course, that is enabled before the final corner as he plunges down the main straightaway towards turn 1. DRS wide open, of course. Entry speed of 197, braking into 3rd gear around turn 1 through Tarzan corner, and then into turn 2, and then into turn 3. A little bit of traffic there he had to negotiate. Very banked corner as well, turn 3. Had to hug the inside line and get a very good exit, as he did pretty much exactly that, but I think he might have been slightly distracted. But he is up by 41 thousandths. Through turn 7, and then into the kink of 8, and then the quick right-hander of turn 9. Flicking the car there, and then down to 4th gear. A little bit too much curve there on the inside as he heads up towards now turn 12. And again, same story. Too much curve. Yep, way too much curve. Unfortunately there for Daniel. Yeah, I think because maybe he got a bit too distracted in some aspects was what kind of hurt him a little bit in the run, which kind of makes a little bit of sense. So anyway, we'll ride along with Billy then, see what he can do in the Red Bull as he heads up towards now turn 7. Had a very good race, last week. He's up by 44 thousandths of a second to the first. So the right hander of 9 into 10, down to 4th, as Daniel has retired from the session in the pit lane. Down the back stretch, 4 cars there in the vicinity there. Hopefully they get out of the way, which they do exactly that. Into 11 and 12, the quick chicane of the right-left chicane with a little bit of a dip as well. Up towards now the bank corners of turn 13 and DRS open around the far corner 14. Back down the main straight as he will cross the line and will set a 108.1. So Billy is currently occupying 4th at the moment, as Oscar, a Pulsar, is currently up by 67 thousandths. What about his rival Sieb? He's down by 65 thousandths. Boomp in the Mercedes-Benz. He's up by 32 thousandths to the first sector. How about Van Rooten? He's currently up by nearly 2/10 of a second. Make that actually 1 3/4 tenths of a second to the first sector to the middle. He's up by only a tenth and a half. As Billy has completely destroyed his front wing from what it looked like there. Oscar, though, hanging around the final corner now. Let's see what he can do as Leonardo goes to P5 with a 108.1. Can Oscar improve? He only does 1,000th he improves there on his final run. Van Ruten only can do P2. Seed cannot improve. How about Boom? Up by 19,000, crossing the line. It's only good enough for P2 with a 107.953, 100 slower than the pole sitter. Napple, though, up by 0.2 of a second. What has he got in response? Up towards the line comes the Williams. It's only good enough for P6. He's up by 5 thousandths between himself and Aldo. And I think that is the end of qualifying here as well. Oscar will start on pole position once again here in F5. The man with the most poles out of anybody so far here in this category. Fantastic stuff. Oops, sorry. That's a bit my fault there. But anyway, like I said, once we get more into it, I'll go over the championship standings as we go along. But like I said, I do heavily apologize for the late start. That is completely on me for it. But anyway, there you go. Less than a tenth separate the top 4 here in qualifying. Oscar starting on pole position. And there's a Dutch 2-3-4 with Boom, Danny Van Ruten, and Sieb. Aldo starts at 5th, followed by Napple, Billy, Leonardo, Daniel, Leo Harris, Marley. I think that's a new driver if I'm not mistaken. Felix Juan, Joes, Lakitu, Foley, Nick, and Nasser, who I did see as soon as I popped in. Got disqualified, I think, for facing the wrong way. And I think Nick had issues getting into the lobby or something. Oh, his Leo's got a 5-place penalty as well. So that probably indicates one thing. Means we're going to have a lobby restart then. And there are clouds about, so hey, at least that gives me, I guess, a perfect time then, I guess, to go over like the championship and everything that's been happening. Alright, well, here's everyone just gonna retire or do whatever BS they have to do. Oh, look, there's Oscar getting squeezed into the wall by one of the Mercs. Bye-bye, 150 and 100 board. Oh, hey, that's a perfect little thing there. Nassim doing a Zhou Guan Yu impression, because he did that exactly that last year at Zandvoort. Joe's got no front wing, more retirements, and here comes the safety car. The Aston Martin safety car. Sorry, I'm just typing in Discord if you're wondering why I'm going silent. Yeah, because Leo was wondering where I was, of course. Well, would you look at that? Joe's wins by 20 seconds with a total race distance time of 35.4 seconds. What an absolute race. But let me see if I can go over steward finance. I'm just gonna find that out real fast. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, here we go. Wow. So Dave Van Rooten got a 10-second penalty for because if you remember what happened last week in qualifying in Azerbaijan, he qualified in the wrong car. He was supposed to be in the Mercedes. He ended up qualifying in the Alpine, and as a result, he got 10 seconds for it. Wow, that's okay. That's pretty something. So what does that mean in terms of results then? So that means, oh, okay then. So that means now Billy is. Oh yeah, that's right, because Billy finished in second last week. So Billy ends up getting the race win, and I think that drops out Van Rooten to 5th, and it does. Yeah, because he was in that top 3 battle between himself, or top 4 battle between Billy, Oscar, and Seb. So that means Billy wins, Oscar 2nd, Seb 3rd, Leo 4th, and Dave Van Rooten in 5th. Wow, that's pretty something. That also helps out Oscar's chances in the championship as well. Because now the Drivers' Championship is that Oscar, like I said in the beginning of the stream, he's still the championship leader. He's got 78 points. He's up by 15 over Boom, who's got 63. NASA's with 3rd, who's got 61. Seb's in 4th with 59. Van Rooten in Seb in 4th with 59. Van Rooten in 5th with 45. Felix 1 in 6th with 41. Billy in 7th with 40. Lakito in 8th with 27. Oh, hang on, that can't be correct. I think it's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah, it's Leo's supposed to be 8th with 29. Then Lakito in 9th with 27. And then Apple, yeah, that one's correct. He's in 10th with 26 points. Yeah, they just need to fix that. Teams Championship, it's not Mercedes that's in the lead according to the constructor standings. It's not. It's supposed to be Alfa Romeo on 102 points. Mercedes, though, is in 2nd with 96. As McLaren are in 3rd with 81. AlphaTauri in 4th with 69 points. That's a great number for them. Aston Martin in 5th with 40. No, that's also incorrect. Red Bull is supposed to be in 5th with 45. Aston's in 6th with 42. Alpine in 7th with 49. Williams in 8th with 26. Haas in 9th with 24. And then Ferrari rounds it off with 14 points. Cool. And also, I just saw that now we are also going into the lobby once again, as we have just finished at the grid and everything. So, that also means that we'll get ready for the race itself. 36 laps around Zandvoort, and we'll see how it goes, of course. Yeah, Circuit Zandvoort. A track not notorious for overtaking. It's more of a driver's track. Not very much for racing in some aspects, but it can be a fun track, though, I will admit. Of course, the track has gone through its reconfiguration since 1985, the last time it hosted a Grand Prix in Formula One. And that would also be the track that Niki Lauda would win his last ever Formula One race in his entire career. Rest in peace also Nicky Lauda as well. Still can't believe he's gone after, goodness me, it's been nearly like, has it been 5 years now since Nicky Lauda passed away? I think it's been 5 years. Gee whiz. Yeah, because he passed away about this weekend of the Monaco Grand Prix in 2019. Yeah, I don't know also my commentator partner is the Golf King. I guess he's absent also for today. Anyway, we got the 5 red lights here for the Dutch Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go for the Dutch Grand Prix here at Zandvoort. The two Mercedes are side by side, up towards the first turn. Van Rooten trying to get by his teammate around the outside. I think he's got that done, and he has. He now moves into the race lead. Yellow flags in the background. That's Foley and Joes, I believe, getting involved in an incident. Same with Nick in the Ferrari. Meanwhile, the two Red Bulls swapping places here as Nick is out of the race. He's crashed out at turn 3. Is that going to bring out a safety car? No, it's a virtual safety car. So that means everyone will have to sort themselves out and slow down. And it's already taken the first 3 corners of the racetrack, and already we have a safety car. I'll give you the tires. There you go. Most of the drivers are on the on the hards, apart from 5, and that would be Napple, Billy, Daniel, Felix 1, and Foley on the medium compound tires. The rest are on the hard compound tires. Yeah, Nick getting involved in a very big incident there. It looked like he might have just crashed on his own. Maybe he had front wing damage and couldn't slow the car down. Would be another big reason. But here comes Van Rooten. He's got all over the rear wing of the McLaren here. Steve trying to defend hard against Napple up towards turn 1. The Williams goes deep on the brake. Oh, a big collision! Big time collision there. Leonardo and Seam coming together. That's going to bring out another virtual safety car. And I think that's front wing damage from Daniel. It is. I think there might have been another car that got damaged as well, because I didn't see a full front wing. Oh, there's 2 of them that got no front wing. It's even the Ferrari Leonardo. Billy has got an end plate missing. Yeah, that bit I saw. I didn't see the front wings coming off. Yeah, no, everyone else at front looks alright, but apart from the guys in the midfield. Yeah, Leonardo needs to come into the pits. Same with Billy and Daniel. Hugely unfortunate. Yeah, I can show you the battery. Here you go. As that goes away. Alright, so Leonardo pulling. Oh, that's a bit tight between himself and Marley. Yeah, I eventually got my wording out there. I was going to say hugely disappointed. Meanwhile, the Alfa Romeos are side by side here. Felix 1 and Nassim around the final corner. Now, they got to be very careful how they negotiate. They got cars in front with damage. And it seems like also... I was going to say C. No, I was going to say C. Oh, well... I was going to say that's damage, and, well, there's more. Felix is... he's retired on track. Well, that's going to be a slam dunk penalty. Unfortunately, he can't do that. I was going to say, Steve goes into the pits, but then, like, I was like, wait, no, he was one of the cars that got involved at the first corner incident there. Yeah, no, he can't retire on track. That's a big no-no. Still got a long race to go. You don't want to do that. So already we got 2 retirements in this race, and we've only gone through 3 laps. But meanwhile, though, top 4 is Van Rooten. He's actually now taking the race lead. He must have done that at turn 1 whilst I was looking elsewhere. Oscar's in 2nd, Boom's in 3rd. Good to see Napple, though, in the top 4. He's had a really rough couple of weeks in this F5 championship, but he's doing quite well at the moment. But he is on the medium tire compared to the rest of the guys in front of him. Here comes Oscar down the inside of Danny Van Rooten to turn 1. He cannot get the move done. He's not close enough to get by the Dutchman. Round turn 3, up towards now the negative camber turns of 5, 6, and then into turn 7 we go. And no room. You can overtake there. I have seen that happen before, both in real life and in the virtual world. I've seen overtakes happen at turn 7, ironically. Yeah, no, nothing doing there. Just gotta wait, of course. Back onto the back straight here. Oscar, though, has still got DRS up towards turn 11. Yeah, still not close. Best he can hope for right now is just to stay on the gearbox of the Mercedes. Fair enough, though, to Danny Van Rooten. He's got the same amount of battery as... Oh, and he nearly lost the car. There, the exit of the penultimate corner. That's going to give Oscar a really big opportunity to take the race lead. And what do you know? He does take the race lead back away from Van Rooten. After that little mistake, he now moves back into the race lead. We'll look further back and see how everyone else is doing. So far, it's a bit of a train led out by Marley in the Haas. He's got Nassim, Leo, and Lakitu all in the group. Foley is a little bit far behind from them in the top 10, but he is in the points as Seed goes down the inside of Daniel with the soft tires. He'll get that move done. And I gotta remember the top 10 do score points here in PSGL, but of course there's a different point system to F1. The Leo gets 16 points, and of course the minimum is 1 point for anyone that finishes last. Or last. In 10th, sorry. I saw there Oscar made a slight error here. Here comes Van Rooten. He's going to have DRS. I think that should be straightforward. And, well, you know, it is the same story. Or as his teammate tries to go down the inside too. Really close to the right rear tire, but he's not quite close enough. But though was thinking about it. Yeah, Van Rooten and Oscar once again battling away. We've seen these on a few occasions between Oscar and Van Rooten. And it looks like we're going to have the same story here again. As I think that was Steve and Billy battling away there down in 12th place. Through 11 and 12. Oscar still keeping Boom Pepe. He's got Van Rooten still in front. Napple in 4th. He can't do anything, though, with where he's at. Because he's on the medium tire. Well, not just because he's on the medium tire. He's stuck in a DRS train. In his situation, he would want to be leading that train. So that way his tires don't burn up. But the problem is when you're stuck behind cars in a DRS train, your tires can wear out quicker. Can consume from the dirty air, and not only that, you know, trying to pinpoint everyone else's braking points in front of you. See if that's the fastest lap, by the way, there. With a 111 flat. So yeah, even after all the first lap shenanigans, is actually up as Leonardo's out of the race, crashing out, and we've got our first safety car. I was gonna say it's actually calmed down after what happened on the first few laps, and then that happens. Funny enough, both Ferraris have crashed out at the exact same corner as well. Instead, crashed out there on the first lap. Well, that brings out everyone into the pits. A 37-mile-an-hour pit lane, or 60 kilometers per hour, so that means the Mercedes is going to have to double stack. Marley gets a penalty for speeding. Yeah, Yeah, so that's going to hurt Spoop a little bit here. Because now he's behind Aldo thanks to that sequence of pit stops. NASA back up there at 6. Good to see as well. Leo in 8th, Bakir 9th, and yeah, everyone's kind of stayed where they are further back. Look at position changes. Yeah, Nassim has gained the most out of anyone. He's gained 11 positions after starting in 17th. He started last. That's right, he started in last. And he's in 6th place. Yeah, and everyone's on the medium tire apart from Foley, Daniel, and Napple. But if there's one little thing I think I can say though for Napple, he's in a pretty decent situation. Yes, I know he's got medium runners around him, but if he can hold his own, he doesn't have to make another pit stop. He can go to the end on those tires. They will do about over 25 laps. So, yeah, when these guys, the medium runners, have to stop again, he will have the trap position. But, yeah, he's got to make the most out of this. He can't fall back. He's got to hold his ground. That's all he's got to do. Yeah, I think with how the medium tires can be around here, I probably would say they'll have to stop again around lap 23 or 25, to 25, in order to complete the two-stop strategy. That is, of course, unless we get another safety car, which is also possible. Yeah, ideally, though, they would want that safety car to come out on lap 20, maybe 18 to 20. But if that happens, then that means Napa would have to go back into the pits to be on those tires. Starting with Foley and Daniel. Okay, safety cars coming in. So Van Rooten will now lead the pack. See how he'll manage this restart as he heads around the turn 12 complex and heads up towards the final two turns of the racetrack. Alright, he's gone. We're back in the green once again here at Zandvoort. It's Van Rooten that leads the way here on lap 10 of 36 here for the Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, as Aldo nearly outbroke himself. Nearly running into the back of Napple. Fortunately, he managed to avoid it, but now he's side by side with Boop. Up towards now turn 3 we go. He holds the inside line. He's got the position still. Oh, Jesus, my controller's just died. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Well, goodness, at least I can keep it with my laptop. My audio still going through, right? Yep, okay, just making sure. Oh, that was so close between Foley and Joe's. That was very close. Up towards now turn 11 we go, a little overshot here. As well, Steve trying to hold his ground against Billy as they head around turns 11 and 12. There's contact! Big time contact there between Steve and Joe's. There at turn 12. Yeah, Joe's has lost out of that. Yeah, very unfortunate incident there for Joe's. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a report coming his way for Sieb. There was a bit of a lunge. Oh, and Aldo side by side through turn 3 is the Mercedes and the Red Bull. Here comes now the Alfa Romeo of Nassim around the outside. He'll take advantage of that. So thank you very much. I'll have that position, thanks. The French would move ahead of the Italian up to 5th place. Having himself a really good recovery so far after starting last. No DRS, of course, enabled yet. They'll be enabled on the last lap, or sorry, next lap. Sorry, getting my words all mixed up. On lap 12, of course, it'll be enabled. Yeah, because it's still in that regulation of you have to wait for 2 laps for DRS to be enabled, and then you can use it, which it is now. So DRS is now enabled. Leo goes inside of Marley, the other Italian game by the German. Speaking of that, as well, the Italian of Billy gets by fully here. At turn 2, he's got that done. He moves into now the top 10. But though has been losing ground though to the top 3, he's losing quite a bit of ground. Oh, and off the road! That's Danny Van Rooten. He's made a mistake. He goes near his teammate as he rejoins. Oh dear, oh dear. Van Rooten made a mistake. He must have beached the car on the curb on the outside there, turn 9. As a result, he's lost out the race league as he's down to 4th. Right behind Boop. So that means it's Oscar and Nepal in this battle. Here comes Van Rooten. He'll take that position away from his teammate. See if he can climb back up. Yeah, very uncharacteristic characteristic error there from Danny Van Rooten. He doesn't too often make those sort of mistakes. Unfortunately, he's made a mistake there. But he needs to get within that 1 second range. He cannot afford to lose out to Oscar and Napple. Napple does have a battery here, I can see that. He must be running a bit higher weights compared to some of his rivals around him. Look at the battery difference though. Boomso got not a great deal of battery either. Nassim's got plenty in his back pocket. Gee whiz. He's got nearly 100%. Out there and about. Leo's using a bit of battery as well. Van Rooten sets the fast lap, and here comes Billy to take the position away from Lakitu. This is for 9th. Down the inside he goes is the Red Bull. He's got that move done. Very good job indeed there by the Red Bull driver. He now moves up into 9th place. Next target for him will be Marley. Boop, and a bit of a threat here between himself and Nassim here. That Alpha is really hounding the back of that Mercedes' gearbox as they head around turns 10 and 11 they go. Oh, sorry, 9 and 10, I should say. Got DRS, but he won't be close enough to do anything. Can't really pass there at turns 11 and 12 unless you got a very good run out of that corner of turn 10. Turn 10, sorry. Alright, he'll try though here. Boop cannot do a thing about this. There he goes. Inside, Nassim takes the position away. Meanwhile, Van Rooten, as you see, has clawed back up to this battle here for the lead. Lakitu and Steve are side by side. Through turn 3 they go. Lakitu trying to hold his own. Oh, but he can't do anything there as Foley's crashed out at turn 3. That's the third car that's crashed there. This time it's an AlphaTauri. Aston Martin though can't do anything there. He has to stay behind. Up the front, half a second separate. Hang on. Oh, that's a big accident there. Oh my goodness. Marley has spun. There's definitely damage from somewhere. I don't know from who. It's probably from either Joe's or Billy. I'm gonna say. No, they got front ways. They're okay. But who caused the initial? Who's got damage from that? I definitely saw confetti that fly up in the air. As Napple takes the race lead at turn 1, as you saw there, Boops got by. Oh, that was Billy that got damage. Okay, so he's got front wing damage. So he collided with Marley when he spun at turn 10, and then yeah, he just had nowhere to go. Or either that, or he must have had a collision, like prior to that. Initiate both contacts. Yellows again. Joe's is way off the road. Oh, I couldn't get the camera angle there, but he's way, way off the road, as you can see. There at turn 9 on the mini-map. Oh, I see. He's retired on track because I could see the AI was moving. That's the second driver I've seen do that. Oh, is it going to be 3 wide? Around the outside goes Van Rooten. Goes on the dirty part of the track, but he can't make the move done. Napple, though, trying to hold his ground. He can't do so as Marley's now retired in the pit lane. Van Rooten tried everything he could around the outside, but there was just nothing there for him. He was just stuck on the dirty part of the track. Yeah, with that little bell, that's actually brought Nassam into the mix. And boom. Crazy enough. You now got the whole top 7 with a DRS train. Aldo's now in the mix, and same with Leo Harris. But as long as those safety cars comes out for this guy, I think Napple is looking like he could be in a very good spot to possibly win this race. He's been looking really handy on those tires, and he's looking at oh, that's contact for sure between himself and Oscar. He's got the move done there at turn 1. As Daniel gets a 5-second penalty for speed, and he also retires. We've gone from 17 now to 10 cars. Ouch. Billy sets fast lap with a 1:10.0. He will get the extra point because, well, frankly now we only have 10 cars left out of this whole race. Oh, as Oscar nearly bins it. What a great save. He had his car all over the curve there on the outside. Thankfully for his sake, he did not bin the car. Still in the race. He will have DRS though, heading down towards turn 1. I think he'll make this straightforward for himself. Just. Yep, he's got it done. Look how deep of the brakes Van Rooten gets. My goodness. Dude is really not afraid to send it. Few moments I've seen Van Rooten be so comfortable on the brakes. It's actually insane. I think he's the most comfortable out of anybody so far. going to that heavy braking zone of turn 1. There are 11 and 12 we go through this big grandstand of orange. Of course, not to mention they probably would be rooting for a certain Dutchman, I guess you would say, in Formula 1. Not like he had a big influence of having this track being back here. Apple not close enough, and again, Van Rooten deep on the brakes there at turn 1. Just cannot find anything. Everyone's still stuck in that train. Everyone within the top 7 is in a DRS train. Great to see. Oh, look how close Danny Van Rooten is all over the gearbox of Napple here. He looks quite racy, I will admit. He's trying to make up for all the stuff that happened to him earlier when he went off at turn 10. See if he can find a way through, but right now it's looking quite difficult with him being stuck in a train. Napple, though, what he's doing a good job. Just keep within the leader. That's all you really need to do. You don't need to do anything silly. What he needs to do is just play the long game. And really pray for no safety car. Because the drivers around him will have to make another pit stop if we don't get another safety car. Just look how close Van Rooten is all over the Williams. I know I've been saying a little bit about him so far in the last couple of laps, but it's just how he's like so close to that Williams. He's just like really wants to get a move on. Van Rooten all over the gearbox. He's got DRS. Look how close he is. He does have slipstream, but he's gonna lunge to the inside. It's gonna be 3 wide into turn 1. Will he get the pair of them? He does. He does take the lead back. That was very clean. Very good move. As into the pits goes Boop and Leo. There are yellow flags. That's for Lakito. He is spun at turn 1. Oh dear. So he's had himself a bit of an incident. He did have to use a bit of battery there, did Van Rooten. Look at that, he's already down to nearly 10% as well. Boom, though, still manages to somehow stay in second place, but Oscar was the one that kind of got the short end of the stick there, leading the race. Now he's down to third. I'm surprised a lot of drivers have pitted already to go onto the mediums. I feel like that's a bit early. But looks like they're trying to now respond to the undercut as Oscar, Nassim, and Aldo go into the pits. Soft tires for the Red Bull, medium tires for the McLaren, and medium tires for the Alpha. Lakito gets a 5-second penalty for speed. Where is the rest of the cars? There's Boom. I think he's got the undercut done, and he has slightly. He's done it. Boop's put off a big-time undercut against the McLaren. He's now ahead of him. That's pretty huge. As Leo's done the exact same thing on Nassim. He's gone by him and Aldo. Very good job there from those two to get a good timing of the undercut. Aldo, though, I don't think he'll be lasting too long on those soft tires. Right, so Van Rooten, I'm thinking, is going to have to respond now. Does Napple respond? Does he go in? Nope. He is going to stay out. I think he's going to opt to go to the end. That's not a bad thing to do. Alright, medium tires for Van Rooten. Where's Boom? Out of the final corner. He can only do 60 kilometers an hour, can Boom. Oh, sorry, can Van Rooten. He's put off the pit limiter. And there goes his teammate and Oscar. They've got the undercut on him. Has Leo got it? No. Aldo, though, does get by Nassim here for 6th position. Trying to make the most out of those soft tires. Alright, now it's go catch Napple, who is only actually 4.4 seconds up the road. Yeah, so I think Napple might be in a bit of spot of bother here. Look at that. And Oscar's actually climbed about 3 seconds nearly on that last lap. Oh, it's off the track goes Napple. He goes completely off the track. Has he got some sort of damage? Something's not right about that car. Oh, he's got no front wing. How has he done that? He should have had a massive lead, and then he must have made a mistake somewhere that I didn't see. Oh, that's so unfortunate. All that work, and he's pretty much going to have to go to the pits and get a new front wing and tires. That is extremely unfortunate. Meanwhile, though, Oscar still leading the way. Sorry if I had a little bit of pause there for a brief second. Meanwhile, Oscar still leading the way. Boom in seconds. Thanks to that power of the undercut. Yellow flags are out. It's Napple, I believe? Or sorry, not Napple, Billy. Must have some sort of issue there at turn 13. Alright, up towards turn 7 we go. Look at the pair of Mercedes all over the back of each... all over the back of the McLaren, but really it's Van Rooten that's looking really racy here. As Billy goes into the pit, so he must have sustained some damage. Either that or his tires may be a bit too hot and he wants to go for the fastest lap of the race. So right now, Oscar trying to spoil the Dutch party here. He's got two Dutchmen behind him of Boomp and Danny Van Rooten battling away here for the race lead. Well, here comes Boomp. He'll take the position away from him. Oh, that's close. Can Van Rooten sneak on by? No. He will not. He's not close enough. There into turn 1. Up towards turn 3. Mercedes all over the gearbox here, the McLaren. Got a whole top 7 of cars here. From Boomp down to Sieb. Good to see Steve back into the mix as well after his shenanigans on the first laps. And Nassim right there as well at 6. He's been doing quite well. Speaking of that, looking to the outside of the LP, there's contact between the two. And Nassim unfortunately gets the short end of the stick with that contact. He drops down to 7th place. But yeah, that now means Leo Harris is not in DRS range anymore. Siebel will overtake him here with pretty much with ease, it seemed like. As Oscar and Boop battling away as Oscar takes back the race lead into the first corner. Aldo still thereabouts in that top 4 battle. The battle that we've got here for the race lead. A lot of curve there I saw there from Van Rooten. Took a lot of that at there at turn 9. Or turn 8, sorry. I think I kept calling that turn 9. Yeah, sometimes I get those cores a bit mixed up. Radio. DRS enabled here. What's Boop gonna do? Attack to the inside of the Norwegian. He'll get that done. Just like that. Back into the lead. Back and forth between Mercedes and McLaren. Well, maybe 2 Mercedes and 1 McLaren. It's really been Oscar that's been doing most of this battling for the lead. As a McLaren, that is. Van Rooten not... He looked opportunistic again there at turn 8. But of course, no avail. Obviously he's not close enough. Yeah, after being off at turn 9, I think I said he was at turn 10 he went off. It was turn 9. He went off. Where he lost 3 spots. Thought that could have been a big game over, but right now he's proven he's doing quite well. He does have the fresher tires compared to the cars in front of him, as Oscar will now take back the race lead away from Boop. And here comes Van Rooten to the inside on his teammate. Into turn 1, into turn 2 we go. Mercedes are still side by side. Van Rooten, can he go around the outside and get him here? He does. Wow. Brilliant racing there from Van Rooten. Absolutely amazing racing there from him. There's Sieb as well into this mix, so now we've got a top 5 fight here for the race lead. Unless Nassim can get in DRS range of Sieb. No, he just does. So now it's somewhat 7 cars involved, but they got to catch up a little bit here, Nassim and Leo. Meanwhile, the top 2 still keeping their positions. Van Rooten and Oscar still holding their ground in 1 and 2. Up towards now turn 7 we go. No response there from the Mercedes. McLaren keeping him at bay. Up towards turn 9 we go. Then into turn 10. You'll have DRS up towards that turn 11 we go. He's got slipstream, but yeah, doesn't want to do anything silly. Just stay behind. No need to go for a desperate lunge into turn 11. Up towards now the final, around the final corner, onto the main straight. Van Rutsen's going to attack here. And he'll take back the race lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, is he nearly had a big slide at the exit of one. Back end really complained. Yeah, that's definitely, I think, will come down to the last lap. Yellows again. That's Billy that spun. Alright, meanwhile though, up front though, lap 32 of 36, Van Rutsen's still leading, Oscar's still behind him. Boob hasn't done much to do anything so far to get back to the race lead. It's just been waiting for these two to see what they do here. Right now, as you can see, Oscar takes back the lead. We still got 4 laps to go. Oscar does have a fair chunk of battery, but so does Danny Van Rutsen, so they are pretty much on equal terms. Although Oscar does have more of the advantage of the battery, doesn't mean that he has the opportunity to get the race win. Yeah, like I said though, it definitely will come down to the last lap, I believe. Top 5 within DRS, here close to each other. I should say though, Nassam and Leo are still there within DRS, but they are seriously far, a little bit further back. Yeah, they're not really up against the cars here. Up towards turn 1 we go. Van Rutsen again, DRS. But stays behind the McLaren. This is strategic he's doing here now. He'll wait till the last lap to pounce. As soon as we get around the penultimate lap, to start the final lap, that's when he'll go for the move. At turn 1. But he has to not make a mistake. Boob right now still staying behind, just watching the show. He's doing quite well though, sitting in 3rd place. I'm sure that Danny Van Rutsen and Boob will want to do well for their adoring fans in the grandstands. In front of the Dutch crowd. Alright, now we're on to the penultimate lap. Nothing doing there as Leo goes into the pits on the penultimate lap. Okay, so he feels that he wants to go for the fastest lap. I find that very interesting. He was still within the train. He could have just sit there and wait for something to happen. If something does happen though, that probably will mean he'll be kicking himself. I get go for the fastest lap, but yeah, I don't understand why do it when you're within a train. Yeah, just wait for something to happen. But anyway, we got a top 6 battle still within DRS. And it'll come down to the last lap. Still got the top 6 within DRS, as I said. But Van Rooten, he's got to pounce on the McLaren here, down towards the main straightaway. We start the final lap. Oscar turns on the battery as well, but he cannot do anything against that McLaren. There's contact as Danny Van Rooten takes the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Meanwhile, there's Sieb and Aldo battling away through turn 2 and 3. Nothing doing there for the AlphaTauri. Trying to get the run out of turn 3. He cannot do so. Right now, the Mercedes of Van Rooten still holding the lead. Oscar second, Boop in third. As they head up towards turns 8 and 9 we go. Can Oscar get a response here? He needs to stay within DRS and not make a mistake here in these final 2 sectors. He'll have DRS here down towards turn 11, but he needs a good run out of turn 12 if he wants a chance on Danny Van Rooten down towards the finish line. So far Van Rooten looks good, but he's not going to have DRS. It's going to be the McLaren. Will he be close enough? It's going to come down to the line. Up towards the line. It's Van Rooten that wins by less than a tenth of a second. Oscar finishing in second place. Boop in third. Aldo fourth. C fifth. Nassim sixth. Will Leo Harris get the fastest lap here as he'll cross the line? And he does. He'll snag that extra point. Unless Lakita's got something to say. Another close finish here. And back-to-back races, but it's Van Rooten once again who wins here in F5. It would have been back-to-back wins if it wasn't for a certain mistake he made in qualifying, but this will be his second race win here in F5. His first win came at Portugal about a couple of weeks ago. And honestly, Oscar, another P2 finish. As NASA gets started today, that's fair enough. After starting last, finishing in 6th. Oscar with his third second place finish in a row. If he did not have the DNF in Monaco and started in Canada, maybe got the podium there, he would have had a 100% podium record. Funny enough. But no, Oscar has been very consistent this season. He'll definitely extend a bit of the championship lead by just only a little bit between himself and Boom. With only 2 more rounds to go, he could definitely clinch it at Brazil. But there are your results here for this Dutch Grand Prix. It's Van Rooten getting his second win of the season. Oscar in second place, Boop in third, so it's a Dutch 1-3 here in Zandvoort. Aldo fourth, C fifth, Nassim, Leo Harris in 7th, who does get the fast lap as well. Napple 8th, Lakita 9th, Billy 10th, and then of course the retirees of Daniel, Marley, Joes, Foley, Leonardo, Felix 1, and Nick. Not a great day for Ferrari indeed. Both crashing out at the exact same corner in the early portion of the race. Yeah, no, what an interesting race. I think it was a good race, though. Nevertheless, respectively, it was a very good race. I wouldn't say race of the season, but definitely was a good race. I don't think it was as good as Azerbaijan. That race was quite bonkers, if I'm totally honest. Despite the fact we didn't have that many cars that race, it was still a good race overall. Well, we'll get the top 3 in here if they want to have a bit of a chat and see if they have anything to say about the race itself. Alright, here we go. Let's see, where are you, Van Rootsen? There he is. I'll still invite Oscar anyway. I know he doesn't usually go into the podium interview. I don't think he's had a interview for quite some time, Oscar, even though I've invited him so many times. Alright, and boom. Thank goodness I have you as a friend. That makes things a lot easier. Alright. We'll wait on the top 3 if they want anything to say, and yeah, we'll have a bit of a chat. Oh, that didn't take long. We got both the Mercs in here. Hello, you two.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Alright, well, why don't I start with you, Boom, since you finished last of the podium runners. Yeah, not a good result. Not a bad result, I was going to say. But yeah, no, finished in P3. I think it qualified somewhere around the top 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
although
I've second of this.
Yeah, second, okay. But yeah, no, you look like, you looked quite competitive out there today. How was it for you overall at Zandvoort?
I mean, I think the start of the race just fucked over like all my race basically, because Danny jumped me off the start, and I had to double stack under the safety car,
Yeah.
which put me in a bad position because I had to overtake again using a lot of ERS, not even being in the DRS of cars ahead. I think without that double stack, or without the bad start, I would have been like P2, especially with the mistake Danny made somewhere in the race where he got off at the Masters corner. And then P2 with actual some ERS. I maybe could have challenged for the win, but I had to try something different to the rest later on to try the undercut. But yeah, on all the tires, it was never really gonna be the win.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was unfortunate there with the double stack. I mean, that's the thing that happens though, especially if you're at Zandvoort where it's like a very slow pit lane as well because it's 60 kph. Yeah, if you're that close with the double stack, it can hurt you quite a bit. But yeah, I did notice you were trying to go for something a bit different with the undercut. It did work briefly, but yeah, I guess it just wasn't enough. But yeah, did you expect maybe to be somewhere around there today, or what was your pre-race mindset going into this?
I was expecting to be somewhere in the top 5 definitely. I PB'd by like a 10th in the actual session to get P2. Even though I fucked up the first corner, which cost me a 10th. Yeah, so that it would have been Paul, but Oscar fucked his lap as well. So I was happy with P2 and just a general place. It could have been more, but I'll take a podium.
Yeah, no, your lap was pretty close to Oscar. Now that I remember, you were actually 10,000ths between yourself and Oscar. And Oscar didn't improve by much, funny enough. He only improved by like 1,000th exactly at the end of qualifying. But going to the next race, of course, we will be at Brazil. What do you think you can do there? Like, do you think you have potential to maybe do well again there?
No, I'm in Paris, so I will miss that round. I hope to be back for the last round and maybe score some points there.
Oh, okay. So you'll be back though for Kota?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that's unfortunate, but hope you have fun on your trip though. But anyway, congratulations on P3, and yeah, of course, and yeah, hopefully to see you back in a couple of weeks then. Well, that definitely changes a bit of the complexion of the championship then. But anyway, we'll move on to our race winner then, Danny Van Rooten. Yeah, you had another tussle there with Oscar once again. We've seen that happen quite a few times this season. But this time it's for the second time this season, you came out on top. I know you did last week, but unfortunately you got hampered by a 10-second penalty for being in the wrong car.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
I thought that was stupid, to be honest. 10 seconds.
I didn't even know that was a
race
rule.
for choosing the wrong car. Yeah, for choosing the wrong car in qualifying, getting 10 seconds ahead in your race. I think that's not right. But
Yeah, I kind of think I kind of agree with that, if I'm totally honest. But anyway, though, it's on the now. Though you still managed to win, nonetheless. How was it for you, though, overall at Zandvoort?
yeah, I messed up my quali once again, and then in the race start, I luckily jumped my teammate, which helped me a lot. What he said, double stacking it's just killing on this track, on every track I think, especially on this track where ERS is so hard to gain.
Yep.
And if you have to overtake, you lose a lot of ERS, which you're not gaining back that fast. That definitely gained a bit for me.
Were you a bit worried about when your teammate pitted sooner than you during the second stint, excuse me, just because of how powerful the undercut was?
Yeah, I wanted to go long to softs actually, but when I saw that they pitted in lap 23, I think it was, 22, I just decided to go the next lap to the same tires, as I was like a second in front of them. So I thought maybe I can stay in DRS if I pit a lap later now. And luckily I did, which helped me also quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You still were in that fight. That was the main thing for your sake. And after that, you pretty much just got the race. What I'm guessing, though, well, I'm probably gonna sound obvious when I ask this question. I'm guessing you were waiting till the last lap to pounce because of the situation that you were in.
Yeah, I wanted to wait till the last lap and get my chance. He almost got me on the straight though, on the last lap. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite close to the line. I think it was another close finish in a row we've had. Last week we had that at Baku, and
we had the same there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was kind of worried in the middle of the race though, because I beached one time in the middle sector. I made a mistake and I went off and did P3 up before, I think.
Yeah.
I think before, yeah. So that was a bit stupid from my side, but luckily I came back.
How do you think you'll do around, goodness me. How do you think you'll do around Brazil next week?
I really don't know. I've never done the track no line, so I need to practice a bit in the next week.
Well, I know it'll probably be close again because it tends to be at Brazil. Definitely one of the best tracks, of course, in Formula One. But
yeah, I like the track.
Absolutely,
it's a really nice track.
I 100% agree. Well, congratulations though on your race win,
thanks.
especially in front of your home crowd. At least you and Boom getting a good little ovation from the Dutch fans. And
of course.
All right. Well, good luck to you next week for sure.
Thank you.
Yep. And yeah, I think that'll be it as well. And again, I do heavily apologize for being late. Of course, that is heavily on me for doing that. But after that, though, good race overall, both in late part of qualifying and in the race, I will admit. But yeah, next week though, hopefully that'll be a good one because yeah, we've got a couple of good tracks there on the America side of things with Brazil and Texas. Yeah, that should be good. But until then, I have been K99.7. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week for the penultimate round of the championship at Sao Paulo in Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So take care and have a good day.